Hey, good morning, everybody. Marcel with IrnieracingNews. Top story. The Crown, the Canadian Crown, drops mischief charge against alleged leader of the Ambassador Bridge protest. If you remember, the Ambassador Bridge was blocked during the middle of the Freedom Convoy. It is March 9th, 2024, as I read this story by TDF from March 8th, 2024. So the Crown Attorney has withdrawn all criminal charges against William Laframboise, the alleged leader of the Windsor protest that blocked the Ambassador Bridge in February of 2022. And this Ambassador Bridge protest, guys, was started and ended by the police before February's Emergency Act was illegally brought down by the Liberal NDP dictator coalition. Let me remind you, it was started and stopped before the Emergency Act. The Democracy Fund litigation director Alan Honer stood beside his client Laframboise as the charges were withdrawn before Justice Campbell this past Wednesday. While the Crown Attorney stated that there were triable issues, he also explained to the court that it was not in the public interest to prosecute Laframboise, given the evidentiary challenges of the Crown's case and other serious matters that were vying for trial time in a backlogged court system. Now, what the Crown is really saying is, we charged this person and we had no evidence to actually convict him, and we were going to string him along for 2.5 years to keep him stressed out, to whittle his money down to pay for a lawyer, or have the TDF whittle down for lawyers and everybody to support this man who was a protester, which is a legal right according to our Charter of Rights and Freedoms. 2B, 2C, and 2D, of course, we have the law. It is our right to peaceful assembly. It is our right to association. And of course, it's my right and your right to freedom of press, right? And so the process is the punishment. We all know that. They'll whittle all your money away. And that it's like the most, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines to this lawyer system, this corrupt system. It's absolutely ridiculous. So according to Honer, there is a wide gap between tribal issues and proof of guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. If the Crown felt they had a strong case, they would have likely proceeded the trial, given the economic significance of the blockade. Trudeau's at this Crown are like, you got to make everybody afraid to protest. You got to make it the fear. Everyone needs to fear me. Fear my dictatorship. Fear my power. Mr. Laframboise has always maintained his innocence, says Honer. Quote, he insisted on his right to trial, and we believe he would have been acquitted had the charges not been dropped. Unlike many protesters who were arrested in the midst of the protest, Laframboise was arrested approximately 6 months after the fact. Again, it's just like what happened in Kelowna with David Lindsay and others who are charged nearly a year later, just before the year time limit is up in most cases. Because they, like Trudeau and his henchmen, they're just looking for blood, and then they go back and figure out who they can lay charges on, and then the Crown does it, the RCMP does it, and the Crown takes it, and they string you along for years until they're like, okay, well, we can't go any further with harassment now. The Crown and the RCMP and the Liberals are harassing Canadians. This makes me so angry to read this. Especially I still have court ahead of me. I still have court with Constable Conrad Tyrant Herbs. I got finally got my next court date, my continuance, May 2nd, 2024, guys. And for my original incident from January 29th, 2020. Holy crap, 2021? 2022. Yeah, 2022. Man, the years are mixing up now. Laframboise is the last of TDF's clients who are facing trial for their alleged role in the Ambassador Bridge protests. The Democracy Fund represented approximately 1/3 of all persons arrested during those protests. Their sole conviction is currently under appeal. Yeah. To help fight against unconstitutional mandates, laws, and government overreach, you can make a tax-deductible donation to this page. Anyways, I contacted the Democracy Fund, and they didn't help me at all. But they're helping other people, I guess. Anyways, this is the story, guys. Ernie Racing. Cheers.